like there's no tomorrow.
All right. We are live, and that was still the same horrible intro that I said wouldn't be here this week. I apologise, everyone. I haven't had time or care to change it, so it's still that terrible, weird, let's get going intro.
That's great.
But welcome everyone.
Highlight of my podcasting experience, that is.
It's the best one, isn't it? It sets you up good for the day. That's what it is. Blows your ears off with that bloody alarm at the end, and then hits you.
What makes it, isn't it?
It's amazing. But yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to the XBL Party Podcast UK. My name's Ash, aka Ima Gh0stbuster. Joined today by Redders, as always. Not joined by the Ginner because he's let us down and deeply disappointed.
Shocking behaviour.
Promised us the world this week. We were supposed to get this amazing advert in the middle of the episode that he was filming and everything. He was supposed to be dressing up as the Queen and shit, and he's viciously let us down.
He's proper done us dirty, the bastard.
So he's dead to us.
Yes, at least until next week.
Yeah. But we are joined by a very special guest. It's not the Ginner.
He is a Ginner. He is.
Well, he is
He's a ginger
but
substitute.
it's not that ginger.
Make rot.
You've always got to have
Ginner.
one, like the Sith. There's always got to be so many of them. Does he keep potatoes down his pants, though? That is the question. Do you keep chilled potatoes in your boxes, good sir?
Says he's got a good, nice set of potatoes down there.
There's a reason why his wife calls him the Love Spuds.
Make Ron Reezy like strawberry blonde. Is that what you said, Ian?
Yeah. You up for like proper? You're more ginger than the Ginner.
He's not really ginger. I think he dyes that. It's all fake.
Yeah, it is fake ginger.
I don't think that's his real hair. I think he just sticks it on. That's why it was weird last week. His tooth was just offside.
His tooth.
He's not shaved his side. He's just his tooth had slipped and he just was going with it. So.
Amazing. So,
He's clearly not in chat or he'd be saying something.
He's
we'll
going to watch his back and go ape shit.
Should have turned up. The simple things.
But you get for screwing us out of an advert mid-show.
Yeah.
You get
haven't got anything, so you'll have to suffer us talking. Disgusting. What have you been playing this week then, lads? What have you been playing, Redders? Like, give us a couple of things.
What have I been playing? I've been playing Prison Architect again. Back playing that. And I was playing Dying Light 2. But I've shelved it because they're...
Sorry, Ian.
I've shelved it because the achievements are broke, and I just can't be asked to play it twice. So I'm gonna wait for them to fix the achievements, and I'll go back to it. But shelved it for the moment. But yeah, Prison Architect still. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I played it for a bit when it came out, and then I started playing it on PC. But it's a lot better on PC, so I never went back to the console version. But I've finally gone back to the console version, and I'm trying to get all the achievements on that. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. What about you? Right? What you've been playing?
Well, first of all, I want to address Muppet. You can get Ginger just for men, and it is on offer at the moment in Tesco's. So that's it. I think it's $5.99. But no, I've been playing this week PUBG Battlegrounds Unknown. It has gone free to all platforms. Stadia, well, every platform. So mainly that's what I've been playing alongside Guardian of the Galaxy on Xbox. I find it a very, very good story. A lot different than Avengers.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, this story, like as we were just discussing beforehand, this story has actually grabbed me. It made me feel like a child again. Like it's been a while since I played a story game that I wanted to play on, and all. Like it's been like, you know, I look at the time and the time's just gone. Like, fuck, I need to go to bed here. The story is good, the dialogue, everything. It's just it's fantastic, and I can't wait for the second one. So yeah, then 2 games have been my main games this week.
Nice. Muppet says he's got some grays coming to counteract the ginger. But thanks for the tip.
You're welcome.
Yeah, when it all goes grey, you can then dye it whatever colour you like. Then, and the ginger is gone forever. So
100%. Savour
it while you can. But I haven't played a lot this week, honestly. I've played a few odd little bits, but I've been playing through Minecraft just to get the achievements. I'm I'm missing one now, which is like, don't die by eating rotten flesh, and then I've finished it 100%ed it. So I'll probably do that in the next couple of days just to get rid of that.
Are you stacking them? You're just doing the one where you're going to do all of them?
Oh no, I've got all of them but one achievement on Xbox. I'm missing about 6 on PC. I'll probably finish that as well. And then the mobile one, I am slowly keeping that. So if I'm ever away, I've got something to play while I'm away, and also keep my achievement streak up, because I'm at like 420 days nearly straight now. So
Minecraft is another one. I started playing it on console, then I would switch to PC, and now I can't go back to console because I played it on PC too much. It's much better on PC.
I prefer playing it on console, but playing it on mobile is trash. Honestly, it is such a bad experience.
My nieces were addicted to it on their iPads for fucking ages. Like every time I went over there playing Minecraft.
It is good because it saves all your content. So, like, if I jump out on the Xbox and jump in on the PC, I'm exactly where I was on the same server. I've got all the same outfits. I've got all the same DLC. I think it's really good in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I started doing it, and I sort of went down the rabbit hole. I was like, I'm going to finish this now. So
it's a fucking time vampire, isn't it? Like you can lose a day to Minecraft and not even know what's happened.
Yeah, so I've managed to like boost it in some aspects on some certain servers for certain achievements, but the rest of it, like that one left, I've just got to go out and do it now. I haven't been thinking about it. And then other than that, the only sort of game I've been playing that's worth. Oh no, I lie. I've played 2. I started playing Life is Strange Remastered because
brilliant game, absolutely fantastic.
I got the Ultimate Edition of True Colors, so
haven't played that one yet, but looking forward to playing it.
It looks amazing. Yeah. I don't think it's the best story, but the characters are amazing in it, and it looks the best out of all of them. But playing this remaster, I don't know what's remastered on it really. It doesn't look that great, but it's still Life is Strange. And
the color green remastered. The color green is remastered.
Yeah, I got it. It was like 30 quid more than the standard edition, or 20 quid more than the standard edition, and I got both of them plus the DLC for the other game. So I was like, for that price, it's a steal. Yeah. So, I can't complain at that. And then I was playing through Contrast on Game Pass, even though I have it. I bought it, but I didn't play it till it came out on Game Pass. About right, which is by Compulsion Games. It's like a platformy puzzle game, like a noir one, where you have the ability to sort of flick into the shadows from the 3D world.
Came out on Xbox One, didn't it?
Yeah, it's been out years. And I bought it for like £3 years ago, and I've never played it. And then I saw it was on Xbox Game Pass. I thought, you know what, I'll play it now. And you can get through it in a couple of hours. So I polished that off the other day, and it wasn't bad. It's a bit glitchy. It plays like a last-gen game, like a 360 game, in my opinion. But it had a cool sort of aesthetic to it and a cool sort of plot. So I definitely recommend it if you've got Game Pass to play, basically.
See what Toolman just said. I just started that the other day, and it was absolutely amazing.
It looks,
looks really good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get a PS5 for a while now. Well, I'm going to wait until like.
Is it not coming to? I thought I heard news that it was coming to Xbox.
No, it's
timed exclusive, I believe.
Oh, is it?
And it's out on Epic. It's out on Epic Game Store right now on PC.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'll confirmed.
Talk to your friend Captain, whoever it is, to get a copy.
Yeah, I do want to play it. It does look a lot of fun.
I really wanted to. Then I found out it's like a roguelike.
I don't get why it's getting the hate.
Like, oh.
Yeah,
it's getting a lot of hate. I don't know why. I mean, I don't get why games get fucking hate anyway. If you don't like it, just don't play it. You don't have to piss and moan about it online. But yeah, it looks a lot of fun. I've reading reports today of someone completing it in 40 minutes. And
it is a roguelike though, isn't it? So it's all about sort of grinding it to get better and better and getting used to it.
I was thinking about like Hades. Like a good run, I can complete that in 40 minutes. I don't get what everyone's pissing and moaning about. Like that's not.
Because gamers have to have the best plastic box.
I think everyone's going to try and compare it to Returnal, and that takes longer than 40 minutes. Like I think that's going to be the thing.
People it does look a lot of fun. Mate. It's mad. You just get sick of seeing it on Twitter.
Oh, this week's been fucking crazy on Twitter. Everyone's just going apeshit about anything. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's pretty odd. It does make me laugh.
What games would you give an actual 10 out of 10?
I don't think there's many.
Yeah, I don't think there's many.
I have 3 off the top of my head. God of War, Red Dead Redemption, And Spider-Man.
I don't know about Spider-Man. I would give Red
No.
Dead 2 a 10 out of 10 for sure. I thought that was so beautifully done.
See, I'm picky though. I wouldn't give many games that like I hate when you see games with 9 and 8s out of 10 and it's like they're not masterclasses.
Well, then that's a good question.
I would give The Witcher 3 Wild
What
Hunt.
actually would you give a 10 out of 10 then?
I would give The Wild Hunt Witcher 3 a 10 out of 10 for sure.
That's very good shout.
That today is still
yeah.
my game of the generation. It was amazing.
That is a good shout actually.
Trying to think now. How can always find fault in stuff though. Nothing.
Skyrim has another deservable, maybe.
I never liked Skyrim. I was always
never got on.
I've never been bothered. Like Witcher, Skyrim, they're enjoyable, but I don't think they're that great. I hold my hands up.
I have to agree with Ian. Definitely Witcher. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, like Witcher, I mean, even with the DLCs and shit, it was like 160, 170 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mind putting 170 hours into that game because it was so compelling. Like there was so much lore and story. It was just fucking phenomenal. And then you take a game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's 150 hours if you want to do all the collectibles.
Yeah.
But it's just you get bored because it's literally go and clear this area, go and clear that area, like every single area, and it's a 40-hour campaign masked behind 150 hours worth of side quests and collectibles.
Yeah.
And Witcher wasn't like that. Witcher was like it was compelling from everything you did.
It wasn't repetitive either.
I've still not played Witcher. I bought it like a month ago.
Oh, you need to.
For like £1.50 for like the ultimate like game of the year with all the DLC, and I just haven't got round to it. The problem I've got nowadays is I don't have a lot of time to commit to games that much. Like the last game I did was Valhalla, and I still haven't finished it. And even though I'm 100 hours in, but I rarely do. But I'm trying to think. Like for me, like a perfect game. There's not many. Like, and to me, my perfect 10 out of 10 game is probably not what you guys would think is 10 out of 10. So
that's Minecraft, isn't it?
Don't that shit. No,
it is.
It's not, I think like Lord of the Rings Online, I would give it 9 out of 10, but it's not 10 out of 10 because it's aged like really like a bad banana. Like it looks like arse. So, but the game itself is amazing, and the story and everything is amazing. Oh, I don't know. Fable 2 is an amazing game, but it isn't perfect.
Bioshock Infinite, I thought was pretty fucking close. I love that game.
There's a lot of 9s. I could give a lot of 9 games, but a 10 out of 10 is to me that's perfect, and there isn't an issue. And like I agree with Muppet, it doesn't exist, so there shouldn't be 10 out of 10 games in my opinion.
Isn't it? That's the thing. It's subjective.
Like when I see everyone going, "Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild's 10 out of 10 and shit."
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a 10 out of 10. No, fucking isn't.
No, Call of Duty 2 is a 10 out of 10 game. That's amazing.
I'm surprised you didn't say PUBG, Lee.
Well, yeah, I wanted to. I'm just going for kind of the solo campaign games, trying to focus on that.
Ash is currently experiencing technical difficulties.
I am. I don't know what's going on. My internet today is arsehole, so I apologise, everyone.
That's right.
But here, have you not noticed too? Like, seeing the new generation of like the Series X or Series S and X, the graphics aren't, amazing. Like we're talking about that new game that just came out. It's not fantastic graphics, and there's PUBG 2 that's been out 6 years. We're still in the dog days, really.
Yeah, there was never going to be a massive graphical leap between, the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. I mean, yes, there's a lot more power in the box, but I think that power is going to be utilized in like 60 FPS as opposed to because you can't really do much more at the moment. Because I think we're reaching that pinnacle where we need a new technological breakthrough before we can start seeing the benefits of another generation. We're at that point now. I mean, the PCs and consoles have been so close this generation. I mean, I know PCs are always going to be a lot more powerful and they're always going to have more better settings, but like the gap between console and PC is a lot more closer than it used to be.
Yeah, that's very true.
I did really know. Sorry, the Steam Deck that's coming out, it can run out of battery in 90 minutes. What a crap! What?
Yeah.
If you don't cap your FPS in certain games, it will burn through your battery in 90 minutes.
That is
wank. And I was like, and cancel that pre-order most likely.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to the Steam Deck because it reminds me of I don't know why it reminds me of the fucking Game Gear. I had a Game Gear back in
It's
the
a
day.
big fucking Game Gear, isn't it?
Yeah, big fucking chunky. That's what I want, right? I'm a big fucking dude. I don't want a little Switch where I'm sitting here like fucking trying not to break the Joy-Cons. I want something substantial, like a big brick in my hand to play games on.
Apparently, my Xbox was downloading Just Cause 3 in the other room. That's why my internet was like,
Right.
Oh, man. I have some right issues with my Series X at the moment. For some reason, I can't connect an external hard drive without it just completely freezing. I've done everything: factory reset, pulled the power cable out.
Are you in the like the insider access ring?
I know. I came out of it because I couldn't see my games and apps. I wasn't able to see those. And then whenever I tried to go into the settings, it would completely freeze my entire console. I couldn't do nothing. So I had to hard reset. Then it wouldn't turn off on its own. I had to hard reset.
Right. How much do you have installed? Because I found when I had loads, I was like pushing like my external to the max and my internal.
I've got nothing on the external. Absolutely nothing.
When my external was like, I was at like 700 games installed overall. It took a bit of a while, so I trimmed it down to about 400, and I ain't got any issues now. But
it's fucked me up because I haven't got a capture card, and like my desk is here, my TV and Xbox is like over there. I have to have that external to do all my gameplay capture.
Yeah.
So I can't plug the fucking thing into the Xbox now, so I can't record gameplay footage for reviews and shit, and it's really frustrating. Eventually, I am going to have to bite the bullet and like move it all over to here, but I can't afford to do that at the moment. But yeah.
Well, the PCs are very expensive, like depending if you want a medium to high range one. But what I've noticed coming over from a streamer end on, see if you want to run like 120 frames on like these new games, like say Rogue Company, Crossfire X, that give you that 120 frames on the Xbox. See if to get a capture card. To do that, you have to manually switch it over every time to get that 120 frames. And it's so irritating as a streamer every time you log into the game to like log into Streamlabs or whatever you're using to literally switch it over to 120 frames so that capture card's beaming out for the viewers. That needs fixed because that's annoying.
What they're going to do is they're going to sell a new capture card that automatically does that, and that'll be the next thing. Yeah, that's literally it. I remember I've got a capture.
There is people out there that are lucky; they don't have to do it. But like, I've only known one that has been lucky not to do that. But like, there's 4 of us in a streamer group, and every single one of us are having that issue.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh, don't get me sad, Thimber. I know. I've noticed he's now CCO, not CEO. I haven't spoken to him yet. I will message him on Twitter about that at some point and see what he says. But I'm going to do another Amico episode for the We Blow Carts podcast soon, so everyone will love that because that went down like fucking sinking ship when we did that one. He went mad. But yeah, like I say, I am running a Alienware. No, I'm not running a Razer. I had an Alienware before. Now I'm running a Razer laptop. Spent a fortune on it. Loved it. But I love the accessibility of a console. Honestly, I just plop my ass down.
I bought it because it's Razer. I'm a Razer enthusiast.
Yes, I got everything. I got
I like things.
I've got my Razer mouse to match. Yes. I bought that
Razer mic
for Xbox. The keyboard for Xbox. That's a bag of shit. If anyone wants to buy it, hit me up.
I need to upgrade my PC. I built this PC 3 years ago. Got an i7 7700K for it. Apparently, that's no longer supported by Windows 11.
Oh, fuck.
So I can't use Windows 11. So I've literally got to go out and buy a new processor, motherboard, just to use Windows 11. Fucking bonkers. I need some more memory as well. To be fair, this thing's slowing down.
Yeah, I'm literally can't upgrade to Windows 11 on this laptop because of one thing. It's just under. Don't even let you try it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, no, fuck off.
To be fair, that's the number one reason why I don't PC game anymore. I prefer console because I just cannot afford to keep upgrading my fucking PC every 2 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I only use my PC for streaming. That's it, just streaming.
My gaming laptop now is used for running podcasts, like using OBS for the reviews, and like the games I've currently got installed to play are like I have got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, like old school, and
stuff you can
the Page Master, Windows DOS, Virtua Cop 1 and 2, like old stuff. That's what I'm using this very expensive laptop I bought for like I've had to get like special DOS box versions of them so I can actually run them. It's amazing. Disney's Aladdin Pinball. Expect a review on that. Good stuff. Get stuff for my kids, and then I play it more than them. So
that's what he says. He says,
"Yeah,
it's for the
exactly." That's just an excuse.
I love playing crap. Oh, I love it. I love playing shit. I've just downloaded this Monty Python game. It's like a point-and-click Monty Python adventure game. Like, if that's not amazing, I don't know what is. It's got all they've actually recorded material just for it. So,
Reddit, Muppet. I do not have a Pornhub subscription.
You lie.
I do not. I don't need it. I'm not that eclectic.
You lie.
Oh, we'll jump into topics because we've been going 20 minutes and I haven't actually done a topic yet.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll quickly jump on one. Shannon Loftis has retired from Microsoft after 29 years. So she was at World's Edge, who's now going to be replaced by Michael Mann, who was Age of Empires 4 executive producer. And she's worked on loads of stuff over the years, sort of like Fable, Project Gotham, Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, etc. But she's basically retiring to spend more time with her family and play games, she says. So nice. She's not going anywhere. She's just enjoying the fucking retirement. So fair play to her there.
Fair play to her. She's earned it.
Yeah, 29 years. And those are some really good games. Like why we haven't got another Project Gotham Racer, I don't know, because it's amazing. So that's the one where the last one they brought out, you could play with bikes, couldn't you? And if you were driving, you could do bikes and car races. And if you were a car guy, you just drove into someone and they got knocked off the bike. And it was so busted. It was so broke. It was amazing. Yeah. You play split screen. We used to system link it up to have like 4 players playing. And there's always that one person who wants to play as the bike because it's super fast. But as soon as he gets to a corner, you take him off the bike. Yeah, the fucking ragdoll off the car. Yeah, PGR4. Yeah, it was ace. Loved it. PGR3 was my favourite though, but
proper car racing.
Oh, that's proper old school 360 memories. That I need to dig that out.
Never got into it. Yeah, never got into Project Gotham. Should have.
Oh, really good.
Too late to the party, mate. I didn't get my 360 until like fucking 4 or 5 years into the generations. I missed all that.
See, I got mine right at the beginning, and then at the end went over. I got a PS3, and I played the 360 more, but I didn't get the PS3 till it was like right at the end when all of the good games were out. So there was like that wealth of stuff. Whereas that was the time when Xbox did nothing.
Yeah, so, by the time I got my Xbox 360, it was when the Elite had just come out. That was when I made the switch. So I'd already missed, like, you know, the Halos, the Gears of War. I'd never.
Yeah, that's when I joined the Gears of War saga.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a time to be on the Xbox when that actually did come out.
Never appealed to me.
No.
I remember going to
too late, mate. And I didn't want to go back.
Midnight release for Halo 3. I went with a load of people to pick up their copies at Game, because obviously I had a game store, so we
outside.
We had like a LAN centre, so we could all game up. So they all paid me to play all night, but we all had to queue up at midnight to get copies of it to play in the shop. It was ace.
Women would never understand the pain that we went through.
Exactly, yeah. Nowadays, just download it.
I was having this conversation the other day, I think, on Twitter about GTA, midnight releases on that. Fuck, do you remember when GTA 4 came out, the release for that? Fucking stories of people getting stabbed in the line because they weren't getting their pre-orders, and I'm like, it was horrendous.
Yeah. Someone I know owns like an indie game store. They got it like 3 days early, and they were selling it. I'm not saying they were, but they were selling it early. And the queue was down the street early. They must have sold about 400 copies. They don't normally sell that many of a game. It's normally like nothing.
I remember because
it was queued.
I live in the arse end of nowhere in Cornwall, yeah? So, like, it's not a big town, just, you know. And Asda were doing a midnight launch. So we thought, right, we'll go Asda, get our copy. There was a fucking line out the door, around the car park, down the other end of the fucking car park, all for GTA 4.
As they've never been busier.
There was hell up because they were selling multiple copies of the game that they had very little quantity of to people that were just buying them to sell them online. There was absolute hell up for that launch. That was such good times. Yeah, people getting stabbed People getting stabbed because people couldn't get their
Crazy.
copies.
And when Sainsbury's used to get games in, and they'd sell them at like 10 quid less than everywhere else on day release, but they'd not tell you they only had like 2 copies. So you'd all rush in. There's hundreds of people be rushing in for this game. They're like, "Oh, no, we sold out at 5 minutes past opening." And
Never know, will they? They'll never know.
They're like, "We'll buy you shopping while you're here, though. Spend some money."
Everyone's banging on about GTA 5. Kids don't know the danger you took upon yourself to go and stand in a queue to get GTA 4 at midnight. Fun times, man. Fun times.
Yeah.
You don't get that nowadays, do you? Though, especially with this COVID and everything that's hit us, it's all digital and everyone
picking up your copy of a game.
Exactly, it's everything has just changed dramatically.
I remember having a queue to get someone a Wii once at midnight. That was horrendous. What was it?
Queue for a Wii?
Cringing.
Oh, it was horrible. And it was at Toys R Us, and then you got there and they were waiting, and then like 5 minutes before they opened up to sell, they came out and said, "Here's a list of what you got, the bundles you can only buy it in."
Oh.
And they were all like an extra 200 quid, but you had to buy it with like, you got Zelda, which was good, and then all the rest of it was like Fruit Drop and Crazy Truck or some bollock. It was like the worst of the worst shovelware and Zelda, and it was like 200 quid more. And people were like fighting over it because there wasn't that many of them at the time. It was mad.
What is your most anticipated game for 2022? See, mine was Dying Light 2, but I feel like
PUBG.
Now that I've had to shelve it, all that's gone now. I've got a funny feeling we're going to see Forza Motorsport this year. I think they're going to come out. I think they'll come out at E3 and smack that dick down on the table, say "Boosh!" Here's Forza Motorsport.
Yeah.
Can't wait! I think they're going to. I can see a real redemption story with that game because people fucking hated the last one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, big time.
I want to see.
I don't know what's coming out in 2022 at the moment. Now, my mind's melted.
I'm telling you, this Crossfire X is going to light us up. Mark my words, this Crossfire X is going to fucking wipe us all out. It's going to be CS:GO on Xbox.
I don't know. I loved Crossfire, the original Crossfire, so I'm really hyped for Crossfire X. I just hope people play it and it gets support. So
I want to be hyped for Horizon Forbidden West, but I've got no fucking PlayStation 5, so I'm just not. And I don't want to buy a PS4 because I don't see the point in buying a PS4 when I can just get a PS5 and just wait for it. But that game does look fucking stunning. I'm not going to take anything away from it.
I am actually looking forward to Saints Row. I know people aren't, but I actually
am. Why has nobody mentioned that Elder Ring? That's going to be fucking most...
I thought I saw
like to play games for fun. Yeah. I don't want to be fucking tortured. I want to torture.
I don't want to keep dying over and over again because that's what I do on those sort of games. I don't have that strategic fucking mentality. I like to just hack and slash until shit's dead, and normally it's me, and I can't be asked for that. So there's nothing about the way I play that's strategic in any way, shape, or form.
If anyone plays a Nintendo, what about the new Zelda game coming out then?
Didn't know there was one.
Is it not the Breath or something?
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, that's it. That one.
Yeah, it's I've got a Nintendo Switch, but there's not that much.
You sure it's not your kids?
I've got what I want on it, do you know what I mean? So and it looks like I'm playing like a 360 game. The graphics are dog. And I've been spoiled by modern graphics. Like the fact that people are saying that new Pokemon game is like amazing. It looks like ass. It doesn't look good.
You've been spoiled by Metro Exodus and stuff. That game's still stunning. That came out last year.
It is. This is what I don't understand. You'll be playing certain games, like certain VR games, and the graphics are horrible. And then you look at games that came out last gen, they're phenomenal graphics.
Just look at the Anacrusis.
Yeah.
Fucking BioShock looked better than that game.
BioShock
360.
Yeah. Fucking another amazing game.
Oh man, I'm trying to think what's coming out this year. I cannot think of like what's.
I can't think of it at the moment.
Which isn't a good sign, but hey, who knows? Who knows?
Muppet, how is your COVID? Are you better this week?
Yeah, you still getting pizzas?
You still getting pizzas from your neighbour? I need to know. I need a follow up.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see this, Lebo. Last week or the week before we had the show, we had the whole saga of Muppet getting a pizza delivered by his neighbour.
That was last week.
In chat, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was riveting stuff. It went on through the whole show.
Awesome. Glad to hear
it. Good to hear. All right, bud. We'll jump on to the next topic. We'll keep it rolling. So it's come out this week. There's been a report that Google is basically slowly but quietly sort of deprioritizing the Stadia service, and basically it's putting its focus on selling the technology that powers Stadia to sort of third parties to use on their own system. So like they're doing something with Peloton and
never stood a fucking chance.
They've done something with Warner Bros. Games and stuff where you can stream and then on about with Capcom and stuff to like run demos of their games for them, not through Stadia, but using that technology. But supposedly they've sort of the focus has massively shifted away from actual Stadia.
They couldn't have fucked that launch up anymore if they wanted to. I think.
I thought it was a good idea at the beginning, but then, like Ian said, they just fucked it all up.
The thing is, like, I'm a bit on the. I don't like. There are certain companies that I don't want to see get into the gaming industry. I don't want to see Google. I don't want to see fucking Tesla. I don't want to see.
Why can't your boy see me? What's wrong with him? Does he need glasses like us?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to see those companies go into gaming. I just don't. I think they should stick to their fucking space.
Someone says they can't see you.
How can they not see you?
Hello.
Oh,
fuck off!
Oh, right.
You want some? You want some?
He is pretty fucking bold, isn't he?
It's a thing that you've got, like I say, we've
got massive glasses as well.
To be a guest, you have to have either a beard, glasses, or be bald. Eventually, you've got to tick one of these sort of 3 boxes to be a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who it is now. It's a friend of mine.
But yeah, so apparently as well, they were in talks with Bungie, discussions about Google's pitch was for Destiny to become sort of its own platform. But obviously, with Bungie being bought by Sony, this may have all fallen at the wayside as well. But they didn't hit their sales numbers, like their retention numbers for active monthly users. And like I say, I mean, I've got a Stadia. I picked one up recently. I think it was like £20. But you got the controller and you got a Google Chromecast. So I took the jump on it because one, I wanted a Chromecast. So even if it all goes wrong, I've got a lovely Chromecast that I use all the time upstairs on the TV.
Yeah.
And I've also got a pad. So apparently you can use the Stadia pad on PC as well. And it's not a bad pad, but you have to use it wired. So my feeling is, if it dies, I've not lost anything because I've got a Chromecast for 20 quid and a free pad to play on my PC with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my honest opinion of it, the system works amazing. Like the streaming capabilities far outshine what Xbox does with xCloud. By far.
Yeah, because I remember when it first came out, sorry to bring it back up again, but PUBG only ran on 30 frames per second on Xbox. Stadia gave you that 60 frames per second, and everyone was just fucking flooding to Stadia, just 60, and it felt so great. And then obviously the S and X series came out, and then we all came flooding back. That's where I agree with Redders, where it was just a damn platform. For that brief moment, it was and then it just kind of
I mean, it's a shame because they didn't put all those features in. Like they had all that streaming stuff, like your viewers can jump in and take over and stuff, and all that cool stuff. That still, I don't think, has been fully integrated. What's annoyed me is you can record clips, but what you record it to is a weird format that always needs reformatting to something that you can put into anything else. Because I recorded like loads of footage for something. I'm doing a video on the channel soon, but I've got to manually by hand convert all of them because they're in some crap format that no one but this software, like this program users. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But the system itself works really well. If you're a Stadia Pro member, like I say, you get 50 games are available right now. If you pay, what is it, £8 a month, you get 50 games, which isn't bad. I feel like Stadia would work better if it was just a one-off subscription. Like you pay monthly instead of having to buy the games. I've never bought a game. I've got a £10 credit for a game. I'm waiting for something that I haven't got an Xbox to come on sale, and I'll pick it up for free.
You literally buy everything. Anything that comes out, you buy. Don't lie.
Yeah, but if it's like I say Stadia exclusive, but they're not making any games anymore for it. They've closed their own studios. But if something comes out for a tenner or less, I'll get it on a voucher.
If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
like, they've closed their own studios to develop games for it. That's a fucking white flag right there. If ever I've seen one.
Which is a shame, like I say, but
I say it all the time. Like, I say it all the time. First impressions are everything, and when that thing launched, it was a fucking state. People didn't get their orders. Like, it just didn't work properly. People were going to lose interest, especially if you're expecting them to leave brands like Xbox and PlayStation. You better make sure that shit's on par. You know, that it can compete. Because if people make that switch and they load it up and it doesn't fucking work properly, the first thing they're going to do is put that controller down and go right back to where they came from.
Yeah,
because people aren't going to fuck around waiting for you. You need to have it ready.
Yeah. I mean, for the
Especially
month I played it, I got Pro for a month. Played a load of games. They all worked really well. I enjoyed it. It's really quick at loading stuff up, but I don't know how often I would resub, and I won't really be buying anything. And they're not as busy as other games. Like, I think they said Destiny 2, only about 5,000 out of hundreds of thousands play it on Stadia, and it's free on Stadia. So, like, what does that say?
Yeah.
And, But then this month they've added both the Life is Strange remasters on it for free with Pro on day one, which is pretty cool. It's not bad. They don't advertise it enough.
They definitely don't advertise it enough.
Yeah, and you don't say it bad on social media because, like, the Stadiaites or whatever they call themselves come after you, put you down.
Stadiaites.
That's it. Yeah, but is what it is. So I don't see it dying straight away. But when they're trying to flog it makes sense to flog all the services behind the scenes to other people to recoup your costs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good. It wouldn't. If you read that online, you wouldn't go, do you know what? I think I'll convert to Stadia only. I'll buy all my games on Stadia. Because if they ever flick the switch off, which Google are notorious for doing, you're shit out of luck. You've got no games then.
Now we just need the KFC.
How does that work with Stadia if Xbox have now, bought over was it Blizzard and
Activision, yeah.
Activision and what's the other one they bought? Bethesda. How does that work with Stadia then? And also a PlayStation 5 PlayStation buying the what is it, Banjo? Yeah, Bungie.
Banjo.
That's the game. Fuck off.
Who knows? They could, when the current licensing deals come to an end, they could remove them. They'll probably not. They'll probably just leave stuff on, but they won't get much more new stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not investing in their own studios, so the ones they had, they shut. So
yeah,
it's it doesn't look good. I give it a year or two, and I think it'll go away.
I think you're right.
They're going to take it out back and shoot it.
Fuck's sake.
R.I.P. Stadia.
So let me just give the KFC gaming console to fuck off, and then balance will be restored.
It's still not out there. Has it actually been released, the KFC console?
I don't know. I know they've got a Twitter that likes to jump on everything and try.
That's all they're good for, isn't it? Do you know what though? If they're not actually bringing it out right, whoever thought of that for their marketing team needs a fucking raise because they deserve that. Because the amount of heat they get on social media for their spicy tweets is fantastic. It's great that no matter what it is, they're on it that day.
Got KFC near where I live, and my God, it's the worst KFC in Britain. I think it's absolutely horrendous.
No, I think that's all right.
Fucking takes an hour for your food to turn up.
You ever been in drive-through of a KFC? Like Mackie D's, you go in, it's like 2 minutes. You're there to window, you go to the next window, and they're like, right, here's your order by the time you get there. Unless you've ordered something special. KFC, you go literally 10 minutes after it opens, and you wait half an hour in fucking drive-through.
My
they're chasing chickens around like Rocky style, trying to catch them. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you get there, you open your fucking bag as soon as you've got it, and they've missed some every fucking time.
My missus had a go at me the other day because we went to McDonald's. It's a new McDonald's. It's only been open about a month or two. And I was complaining about how long it takes for your food to turn up. And she had a go at me because I was sat in her car with a fucking timer on my stopwatch.
I don't blame her. That's a bit weird.
From the second we got there, I set the stopwatch going. I timed it all the way until we got round the drive-through, back to the car park, back to when we get the food. It took 17 minutes.
That's quick. That's like half
17 minutes.
Half that.
And then she got funny with me because I left them a shitty review. I'm that guy.
Taking a picture of your 17 minutes. Oh, these bastards.
You just wanted that free drink next time you went, didn't you? That's all you wanted. Free
you want to do these things, if you want things to be faster, you have to tell them how incompetent they are.
Doesn't say much about their new console they're bringing out then.
True story.
They put some chicken in the fucking console.
Oh man! To be fair, I'd hate to work at Mackie D's nowadays because now they've got those touchscreen order forms, and you can literally tell them, "I'm too lazy to stand here and wait for you to pass me it. You've got to come and hand deliver it to my table." And I always do it because I'm late. I just want to sit down. But they always deliver it. You're like, "Fuck you! Why have I had to walk over here, you lazy prick?" And give
the whole social end of going into a fast food restaurant now is gone out the window. Like I went to order myself a meal for the family in McDonald's, and they just pointed at the screen, and I was like, "Okay, first time doing this," and I didn't know how to do it. And I went over just like seek information from the girl behind the counter, and she didn't even want to know me. There was no fucking communication at all. And like the wee fella behind me was an owl fella, and he was like, "Yes, it's just the way it is now." Like fucking hell,
look, you scream.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, McDonald's went to shit when they decided to put 2 drive-throughs through one fucking.
Oh, that fucking, and you're looking at the other driver going,
yeah.
There's no rage worse than when you're in the Mackie D's, you go right instead of left, and then you sit there and 2 people go on the left side.
They don't let you out.
Fuck, I'm sat here waiting, you pricks. I just want a cup of tea.
That's a true story.
Chocolate. What are you doing? Why have there been 2? Actually, I put window down and I say it really loudly in disgust. How angry I am about it. Like, 2 of those fuckers, like I'm talking to someone in car who isn't even there. Like, you can hear me, I know you can.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I forgot what the topics were now. It's been so...
McDonald's
and KFC be shit. Oh, Scalebound. Scalebound may be coming back.
Hey.
Here we go. First off, fuck you to the head of Platinum Games because he's a prick. He basically, on Twitter, he calls anyone who doesn't speak Japanese insects and blocks them. So Thimba tagged me in something the other day, and I literally just put a blown mind emoji. Didn't speak in English, got blocked by him. That's like racism, you prick. Like if I said I'm not talking to these people, I'm going to block them on Twitter because they don't speak the Queen's English, and I think they're all pond dwellers. People won't give me shit for that. That's not nice.
I didn't know much about the whole cancellation of Scalebound, but I think a lot of the anger stems from this rumor that they were using the money to fund other projects, and that's when Scalebound got cancelled because Microsoft just got sick of their shit. But the thing is, I mean, even if that's true, it hasn't come to light publicly. I don't think. I think that's been kept. So it could just be fucking rumor, but. Also, if that is true, why the fuck would Microsoft suddenly go, "Oh yeah, let's make it happen"? Like you've literally just embezzled all of our money into other games. Fuck off.
Because they're desperate for Japanese devs.
But it's not worth it for that.
But basically, the guy said, the vice president, I think it's Hideki Kamiya. I'm butchering his name, but I don't care. He's a dickhead. He posted a picture up basically of some flowers Phil had sent him, congratulating him on something. And then they did an interview with IGN Japan, the president was in it as well. Atsushi Inaba. I'm butchering the name. I don't care. So basically, they said Kamiya has always wanted to do Scalebound, so we'd like to have a proper discussion with Microsoft about it. And he said we did a lot of work on it, and it's no use Microsoft keeping the game in its current form. So we'd like to do something about it. Laughs.
What I don't like about it, right?
Together.
What I don't like about it is they had a chance. They realized they were incompetent. They couldn't do it. So, and then apparently they've embezzled all this money that were given for the game into other projects. But they came forward and said, "Oh, the vision was much bigger than what we were able to produce." So now, not only have they made Microsoft look like shit for cancelling Scalebound, there was so much backlash on Xbox for cancelling it, and now they've basically gone, "Oh, cheers for taking all the fucking backlash. By the way, you know that game we promised you that we don't have any money for because we've given it to all our other games? We want to develop that game that we couldn't complete the first time round."
To be fair, Phil must be really annoyed because literally, no matter what the conversation is, it can be about any game or anything, they're always like, when Scalebound come in, and you're like, oh, God, it didn't even look good. I didn't think it looked that great to begin with.
I thought it looked it had a lot of fucking potential. Promise.
Yeah.
The thing is, it was another one of it was like Crackdown 3, wasn't it? I think the ambitions for the Xbox One never truly surfaced. I mean, because if you remember when they originally showed off Crackdown 3, it's like, oh, look at our new cloud technology, destroyable city, and like fucking all the fucking the buildings fall and the pieces
to be fair,
geometry, and it never happened. It never happened. They never got that technology off the ground.
The technology wasn't there. They replaced the developer, and the new developer didn't start from scratch, basically. So the Crackdown 3 we got was from a totally different developer to the person who showed off the first one. So unfortunately, I mean, I think Crackdown 3 is a fun game, I quite enjoyed it. I think
I love open world sandboxes. I fucking hated that game.
But I just think they should never have shown off that ultimate destruction trailer thing.
That's what people got bought into. That was
but if they hadn't shown that and they just showed a Crackdown game with Terry Crews blowing people up, it would have probably it was never going to be a classic. But I feel like it would have been Terry 10 points higher.
You can put him on anything and it'll be amazing. I fucking love Terry Crews. He's just one of the coolest people in Hollywood.
He is, I agree.
Fucking love that dude.
But yeah, on with Platinum and Microsoft though, Platinum aren't all to blame. Microsoft did force them to use Unreal Engine, which they'd never used. So they were struggling with that. It was sort of a thing that Microsoft used to do with third-party partnerships. You had to use certain things and do stuff. Obviously, this has all changed.
They knew that, and they took on the fucking job anyway.
I'm not saying they're not to be blamed. But I think Platinum are more than Microsoft. But everyone's had a bit of a fault. But I bet Phil is sick of people saying Scalebound. I bet he'd love to just be like, "Fuck you, here's Scalebound."
I bet Phil has seen that tweet and gone, "You must be taking the fucking piss."
Well, apparently,
you must be having a laugh.
Sites, they're talking to
him. I don't know.
To be fair, though, Platinum would be a very good pickup for a studio for Xbox because not only do they make actual good games most of the time, like they've made Bayonetta, they've made quite a few sort of hack and slash games and those sort of Japanese action games, stuff that Xbox is lacking, and also their competitors have a lot of. So if they eventually did pick up a Japanese developer, a smaller one like Platinum, it would do a lot of good because not only would they get some more of them, but they would be able to sort of take them away from the competitors as such.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird thing. Do you want to work with people that have screwed you over? I mean, I don't know how much they hold a grudge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't know what went on behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the issue. We don't, and we're just coming from what we hear.
However, apparently, Phil Spencer talked about this in 2020, and he said they've got a ton of respect for Platinum Games and the team, and they have no ill will, and there's no animosity and stuff like that because they still talk. But they just felt obviously it wasn't going to happen again. But maybe it will. Maybe it'll.
Never know.
Fan stuff will will it into existence. Time will tell. I mean, if it does, cool. If it doesn't, I'm not going to lose sleep about it. I don't know why people are held up on Scalebound. Do you know what I mean? After all these years now, there's other games that have been cancelled. Where's Fable Legends, you bastards? I'd rather have that.
Exactly.
I didn't care about that game to begin with. I never got invested in it. I always
really?
wanted a Fable. I always
yeah.
wanted a Fable 4, and I thought Fable Legends was just trying to.
The fact is that one was actually finished. It was in a playable state. They were doing betas of it, like open betas, and then they just went, "Yeah, we're not going to bother." I feel like if that had come out with Game Pass, would have done really well.
Yeah.
I'm in this weird position now where like I'm so excited for E3 because Xbox has bought so much.
Exactly.
I can't wait for them
at the moment.
I mean, I keep saying it on this podcast, but I love it when Xbox come out and start swinging that big money dick around. I fucking love it. That's where they shine for me. And I can't wait for E3 because, like, their last year's E3 was fucking stellar. I thought they did an amazing performance. Yeah. And now they've got fucking Activision as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, come on, let's see what they got. I want to see these new shiny games.
Whatever happened to that bug game? Remember there was a whole big thing about that bug game where you were like shrunk? Like was that
Bugsnax? No, it was about Grounded.
Oh, Grounded.
Grounded, yeah. Whatever
game.
Is it still going? Yeah, because
it just got a massive update.
Okay, it's just I remember playing it when it first was announced in and I played the beta. Thought it was amazing. Didn't even
so good.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass now for free, and you can buy it, but it's going into like final release, sort of like out of early access end of this year. But it's had about 4 big updates since then. It's just got.
And is it still the same? Is it just like open world, or is it campaign now?
Yeah,
it's got a story. It's open world, but it does have like a story that you play through, basically.
Okay, I don't want that game to ever end. I know that sounds really daft, but I don't want it to ever end because it doesn't have to end. You're grounded. You know, you're tiny. You've got the whole world. You know what I mean?
It needs
garden, you mean?
Yeah, you could literally do the garden. You could do the fucking house. Maybe one day you can make your way into the house, and then the mission becomes to get upstairs.
Very true.
You could do fucking anything with that game.
Yeah, it could be endless. Yeah.
I want rideable cats.
Yes, I want pets.
I want a cat with like a fucking what do you call them on? What you have on back of horses?
I want a fucking wingsuit.
Yeah,
I want a wingsuit. Like you're making all this cool shit. Build a wingsuit, and then you can fucking fly around the garden. I think it'd be amazing, man. You could literally do the whole house. It doesn't have to be the garden. You could do the whole fucking house. Get in the house. Suddenly you have to fight like termites in the wood and shit, and rats in the wall.
Like grappling hook as well. Like the Halo grappling hooks, you can like zip around the fucking
Developers, give me a fucking job. I will literally make the best fucking games for you. I've got the craziest ideas for these games.
Yeah.
I could have so much fun with that shit.
I'm just looking at your background, Ghost. What did you? I don't know if you played it actually, but what did you think of Kakarot?
The Dragon Ball Z one. Do you know what? I didn't mind it. I quite liked it, but yet again, it's just a retreading of the same. I've played the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and the Cell Saga and Frieza Saga and the Android Saga a billion times. Give us something new. Like. I kind of like the free roam. I like the combat and stuff. I like the sort of the mini RPG-ness to it. But I didn't like how it got very grindy towards the second half of the game.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like having to... like. Why is it always the same story? Like, they've pumped out like 20 Dragon Ball games using the exact same stories now. Think of something new. There's all these cool characters and stuff, so... But I did actually quite enjoy it, I must admit. So it's always good. What did you think of it?
Exactly what I expected or thought in my head what it would be like was just an open world, a new character, progress your character, like a kind of Skyrim effect.
Yeah.
You know, what we didn't get that. You know, it was just like you said. It was just like mini. Open world,
chasing orbs
and doing mini quest, and then just following that same story that you know, and it was kind of annoying. Halfway through the game, it's just like repetitive, and then they brought this pointless DLC that we already knew, and it was just like, oh well, hopefully they bring out something new. But yeah, I agree with you everything you said. I just thought it was a disappointment in that end. I actually found what was the other one, Xenoverse.
Yeah,
I thought it was better.
Yeah, I agree. Which is a shame because, like I said, it just made no sense, and the DLC didn't have achievements, which killed the interest off for me. Like, I hate when they give you like campaign DLC and don't put achievements in it. There's no reason. So
exactly, yeah.
Which is a shame because, like, I know some of the voice actors from Dragon Ball Z, and they weren't in it because it was just the Japanese voice actors as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Because I have no interest. I hate playing anime games where they don't have an English dub. So I'm very snobby. I don't want to read text. I want to listen to it.
I want your culture in my language, damn it.
Yeah, you're all insects, according to that guy from Platinum on Twitter. Pricks. Oh, Thimber says he's never wanted to play Elder Scrolls. You've never played Morrowind.
I haven't, to be fair.
With your jumping.
Never, no.
Athletic stats max, so you can jump across the map.
I always found with Bethesda games, you either liked Elder Scrolls or you liked Fallout. You didn't like.
I was just going to say that. I was going to bring that up. Like, is it Elder Scrolls or Fallout? But you were a Fallout fan.
Fallout, yeah.
But you didn't like the online version, the Fallout. What was it? 76.
I went back to it, to be fair, and I enjoyed what I played when I went back to it. But for me, Fallout 6 was everything that I wanted it to be, but not. I wanted that online experience, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted fucking NPCs. I wanted people you could interact with. When I first, because I got it like launched, and it was empty.
I remember playing with you. Yeah.
What's that? Elder Scrolls Online?
No,
it was Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, 76 was a lot better now. I didn't play it at launch, but it's a lot better now. It's a different game, really. It's what it should have launched as.
Yeah, exactly. And it was buggy, and it was just, typical fucking Bethesda game. But the thing is, with Fallout, you always find that. I remember playing Fallout 3 in New Vegas when they came out. They were like the buggiest games you could ever wish to play. But you didn't care. They were still fucking game of the years. Like, there were bugs, but the game was just so enjoyable. I keep saying it on Twitter. I really want a new Fallout. I'm desperate for a new Fallout. Everybody's crying out for Starfield. Fuck Starfield. Give me Fallout New Vegas 2. Or because you got Obsidian and Bethesda under the same house again. So make it happen. Like, that's the game. We're in an age now where fan service is taking over. People are expecting certain things from people. Now's the perfect fucking time to start playing to that fan service.
See, and I think what we need nowadays is a new competitive game, a new BR. People that want a new version of
PUBG 2.
Yeah.
I want a new Unreal or Quake 7 or whatever we're up to now. Give us something like that. Hexen 4 or whatever we're up to now. Give us all those stuff.
I'm okay with fan service. A lot of people think it's dirty. Like I remember going to see Ghostbusters. Critics fucking hated it.
You loved that, didn't you?
I was seriously.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it.
The ending does tear you up. Like,
oh my god, it was brutal.
Good end.
But like,
has anybody seen the new Spider-Man?
Yeah,
not yet.
That fucked me. That talk about tears in that one, Jesus.
Yeah. But everyone's like, oh, they just play it up to the fans. What the fuck's wrong with that? When do fans become a bad thing? Like, give fans
one. Yes, exactly.
What do you do though? Like, if the month before Starfield comes out, they're like, actually, it's called Fallout in Space.
Fallout in Space. Fallout coming next. The DLC Fallout on ice.
That'll never happen. God of War.
That's pretty much happened with World of Warcraft, didn't it? You had World of Warcraft on ice, then you had World of Warcraft goes to space with Draenor.
I think we'll get WoW on console soon.
I don't think you will. I think there's too many buttons.
I think they're desperate for players. I feel they will. It's hemorrhaging at the moment, and what's an easy way? They don't have to create new content for a while. They can just port it over and.
I'll tell you what I want, right? I want them to. This is World of Warcraft. It's all fucking fictional. There's no. You can make lore up as you go along. I want there to be a catastrophic event that wipes out the entire planet.
COVID-19.
Yeah, get COVID-19 into Azeroth, wipe out the planet in some doomsday event, and then a year later announce World of Warcraft 2. And then you could play as COVID mutations. So like you could be a dwarf, but he's mutated because he's now got 5G and fucking COVID.
Why don't you have a job yet? In this?
Blizzard, hook me up.
That's going to be the new Kingdom Hearts Fallout on ice, featuring Disney characters.
But yeah, I wish more developers catered to fan service. I mean, I know they like to fucking do the bare minimum, remaster this, fucking remake that.
I just find devs do not listen to you at all anymore.
Yeah,
as a content creator for 3 games, multiple times we've all given them advice and they do not give a fuck. It's all about this.
But here's the thing, right? You got people that are crying. I mean, I remember like Need for Speed. People wanted an Underground 2 remake. And like, what do EA do? They remake fucking Hot Pursuit, the one that nobody wanted. Like, it took them years to start developing a Skate 4, despite people saying, look, we really want a Skate 4. They got SSX Tricky that they could fucking go back to, which people really want. Yeah. Like, give your fans what you want, and people won't think you're cunts.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. Give me a new Assassin's Creed where I can actually be an assassin.
But to be fair, right, they could literally just do a remake of the original, keeping it pretty much the same, but with modern graphics and like improvements. They would make so much money. Mm-hmm. We just want to play what we like instead of telling us we need NFT games and we need live service games and shit. Just give us fucking good games. That's all we want.
I mean, the worst I ever seen. I was a content creator for Warface Breakout. Ever here?
I've heard of the game,
yeah.
I've played it.
It was like a sub game of Warface itself, but it was like a CS:GO version on Xbox. It literally went strong for at least 6 months, and it was just all advertising, getting it out there, and it was strong for the first 6 months. I'd see once we started giving positive feedback and negative feedback and telling them what to do, they just stopped listening. Once they got that, they just turned the game completely off, and there's 0 player base on that now.
Yeah. Which game was that?
Warface Breakout.
Oh yeah.
I mean, fuck! How many years have people been crying out for a new Splinter Cell?
Oh, fuck, don't even start
years. And what do we get? Splinter Cell 1 remade.
Yeah.
Great.
You got Sam Fisher in the mobile game, which then got shut down because it was shit. I mean,
they put Sam Fisher in so much shit. Seriously, I honestly thought we were going to see Sam Fisher in a fucking Just Dance before we ever saw him in another Splinter Cell. I really did.
You'd play that as well, though.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. You've probably got a dance mat behind you. Don't lie.
But this is what I don't get. Like, there's so many games that people cry out for, and it's not just like it's 1 or 2 fucking people on the internet. You see loads of people.
What's up,
and they get ignored. They get ignored.
And then they go, we haven't. There's not much interest in this property because you haven't bought this certain game. It's like, yeah, because no one wants that shit. We want what we want.
Yeah, we want what we want.
We've always had.
I'm telling you now, if EA, have you noticed? Also, I'm sorry to change the subject. Everything Criterion touches turns to shit. Have you noticed that? Like Need for Speed, Criterion came on board. Suddenly it's gone to shit. Then we had Battlefield. Suddenly Criterion's come on. Now it's gone to shit.
Fuck, that was bad.
Yeah, but have you ever thought it's just they just do what they're told? Like other developers fight back, push back against it. But
Assassin's Creed NFTs in a crypto game.
True. Devs just don't listen. They don't.
Prime example, The Witcher 3 can't play it offline.
I get the impression that a lot of devs don't want to take the gamble anymore. Like they just don't want. They want to play it safe. Just remake something that fucking sold originally.
The problem is though, people buy they pay like all these shit microtransactions, and you're fueling this bollocks. Stop doing it. Speak with your wallet. Tell them, no, we don't want Sam Fisher twerking in Fortnite. We want a proper game of him. Fuck you.
Need for Speed 2 is a remake is a must. What was that game where you were racing around and it was like Snoop Dogg's singing and fuck it? Wasn't Speed Underground?
Midnight Club.
That was it. Midnight Club. Riders in the Storm. That was fucking brilliant game.
That's backwards compatible now as well. It's
fucking
really
brilliant.
Good.
That is a good game.
They never gave. I don't think there was another one after that. And then
no, there wasn't. No, or Def Jam. That's another fucking.
Def Jam used to be amazing. Fuck, Def Jam Fight for New York. That was an awesome game.
Fight Night. Why have you not had another Fight
Fat
Night?
Joe.
And then they made that fucking icon shit, and the game it died. That icon, Def Jam icon, killed the franchise.
Oh.
Apparently, Assassin's Creed crypto is real, according to Fimber.
Oh, for the love of God!
Put the link in the chat so we can all have a laugh. Send him a goof.
Also, guys, if you're watching this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, I haven't put anything on for the whole show, so I do apologise. So we have a website.
Ghost, what are you playing at?
It's a long. I'm so broken-hearted by Ginner ditching us for.
I know.
He says work, but we all know he's just being a lazy twat. So if you have enjoyed this video,
I don't
hit
think
that
we're
like
going to
button.
recover from this. I don't think we're going to recover from this. Ginner not
You're going to go home. You're going to sleep. You're going to curl up and cry on a pillow.
I am. When I get off from here, I'm going to go into the shower and have like a shower in all my clothes.
I thought you were going to say a
play
cold
like a
wank.
really-
Like what?
That's after. But
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
going to come and cuddle you then in the shower.
Yeah.
Start sucking on your fingers like he does in that James Bond.
It'd be like Eminem's Stan, and we'd be like sat there in the shower, like thinking of Ginner and how he's let us down massively.
Oh, fuck.
Remember, if you have any complaints about tonight's episode, don't forget to email the Ginner directly
Let's see if it's anything about me. Just fucking ignore it.
with your hate mail.
But yeah, if you have liked this video, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Like I say, it does help us, gets us on that crazy YouTube algorithm. Check out our website, www.xblpartypodcast.com. We put daily reviews, gaming news. I've got loads of cool stuff coming soon. And we do have a Patreon if you do want to support us for all our other content.
£1.
Yeah, it's £1 a month.
Absolute
That's
steal.
all it fucking is.
Yeah.
£1.
Patreon.com/XBL Party Podcast. So £1, one shiny British pound. It's about £1.
You can't even
$1.50
get
or
4 pints
something.
of milk at Aldi for £1.
Exactly what Redder said.
Like-
Exactly. That is legitimate.
You're getting top quality content for £1 on our Patreon.
It goes towards Just for Men, Ginger Die. You have no idea what it can do. It can save a life.
Yeah, just £1.
We're currently
keep
setting up a
Redders off.
GoFundMe for getting the Ginner a new haircut because we've
Is it that
received
bad? Like, I don't know this
yeah
guy, but what I've
we've
heard,
received all your complaints and we've decided to set up a GoFundMe, a Save the Ginner Haircut GoFundMe.
fuck.
So,
I feel sorry for
It's
this
still
guy.
funny when his wife were like, "What the fuck are you saying to me?" After we went offline last week, he turned to her and he went, "You got any dresses now that don't fit?" And she's like, "You what?"
bearing in mind that the Ginner's a big Welsh rugby player,
Oh, no.
he's asking his wife
Say no
if
more.
he needs a
He's
that
got
he
a
needs
dress
a
that'll
dress
fit
that
him.
doesn't fit.
He's like, "I want to dress as the Queen."
Hilarious.
We had plans. We were all going to wear masks and stuff, and he's just let us down at the last
Let us
minute.
down. He promised to develop us a top quality
What
advert
type of
for
mask
middle.
was he going for? Sheep?
Well,
Boris Johnson, wasn't it?
Boris Johnson. We're going to have
yeah.
a wine and cheese party special
Work event.
work event. So, and it's all gone tits up.
Mm.
So
Ruined it. All our best ideas. He's ruined it.
But we will
Yeah.
be doing some Patreon exclusive videos for February soon. Not 100% sure what they are. I do know Fabio is currently going through every single one of the podcasts from last year and time-stamping the funny bits, like the funniest bits from each of them. And he's going to cut them down into episodes where you can sort of, we don't know how long they're going to be, but there's going to be sort of like the funny bits chunks. So you could just watch
Good.
like a couple of minute clips from each episode, like combined into one. So they are coming. I don't know when, but
That's
he is
amazing.
working on it. But we did 40 episodes plus last year, so he's got a lot of work on. Hours and hours he's going to have to sit and go through that. But it is
The smile
coming.
on her
And
face.
Patreons will get them first, and then they'll come to regular people, commoners that don't support us. Just remember, like every pound you put in means eventually we may be able to buy one game to play between us.
Yeah.
And we'll send it to each other in the post because that's how poor we are.
And we've been looking into it, and the Ginner only needs about 20 quid for a new haircut. So come on, we need
Not
the
much.
support.
Not much,
I'll
guys.
shave his head bald for £5. I'll do it. I will go to his house with my razors. Like, I did it to myself. Look, I can do it to him.
Look at the
I'll put it
state of
on the
that.
logo.
though.
Could be any worse than mine.
There's
can't
nothing Abercrombie and Fitch about that fucking haircut.
it?
But yeah, let us know, like I say, what you want us to chat about and stuff. If you've got any questions for us, put them in chat, like I say. We'll answer them. The last topic for today, we're a bit behind. It's gone a bit over, but I don't care. There was the Take-Two CEO was talking about sort of their sort of earnings from the Q3 earning release, and the CEO, who is Strauss Zelnick, basically In a nutshell, he dismisses GTA 6 cannibalization confirms and says he's highly convinced that there's an opportunity for Take-Two NFTs. So to that, I say, fuck
GTA
you.
6 is what?
Fuck you.
What?
Cannibalization, basically making it like microtransaction mad.
Oh,
It's gonna
GTA
be.
6.
Don't fucking lie. It's gonna be full of shark
GTA
cards,
6.
whatever other bollocks there is. But,
See, this is why it's taken fucking 10 years to go from GTA 5 to GTA 6, because people keep going out and spending a fucking fortune on GTA Online, and then they don't have to make a new game.
Exactly.
Bearing in mind, this is the same fucking game that turned over $1 billion worth of profit in its first week. The game cost $500 million to make.
yes, it has been confirmed. Rockstar put a tweet out the other day saying we are in early development, basically. So there's no confirmation when it's coming, but they are.
No, they said they're well into development. I think we'll get a fucking teaser this year. I reckon.
I thought you were right. I thought there was no.
I think they'll come out at a Sony event and say, "Oh, yeah, but by the way, this is like a little sneak preview." I think we'll get it. Yeah. Fucking.
What's worse though is they said that the GTA remaster collection exceeded expectations massively. So all
sales
that went out and bought that dog shit crap port, shame on you. That woman from Game of Thrones has got her bells out with shame. This is all your fault.
I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be like everyone else and be mad about the GTA trilogy because I fucking.
Are you sure, Ian?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I went back. I played Vice City and I played GTA 3. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Still has the same story. I get why people were mad at it. But
to be fair, though, they did patch it up after like a month, but that should have been delayed it a month.
Fucking working right. It's still having FPS issues. But here's my thing: this is a game. People had this idea that these games were going to look like GTA 5. Like,
I wasn't expecting that. I just expected them to play.
15 to 20 years old. The engines are fucking dated to shit. You were never going to get a game that looked just like GTA 5. I was happy with the trilogy. I mean, it had issues, fair enough, but it's still the same stories. It's still the same characters. It's still told the same way. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got no complaints with it.
Yeah, so apparently GTA 5 and online sold another 5 million units in the last quarter. 5 million? 5 million sad people are buying that. That brings it up to 160 million, while NBA 22 got 8 million, up to 8 million, and Red Dead Redemption's hit 43 million.
Here's the thing, though, right? With GTA 5, if someone buys a new console, say they make the switch from PlayStation or Xbox, they're going to buy GTA 5 again. Say they've made the fucking switch from PS3, PS4, PS5, etc. They're going to buy GTA 5 again. If they make the switch from fucking console to PC, they're going to buy the game again. That's just how it is. And I think Rockstar are aware that that's what people are going to do. I mean, I was thinking the other day when I saw that they were finally releasing the GTA 5 Xbox Series X and PS5 versions. They're coming out in March 20th, isn't it?
Yeah, March 20th, yeah.
People will go out and buy that again. That's the third time. If I was to buy that again, that'd be the fourth time I would have bought that game. Because I've already bought it on 360 and Xbox One.
I'm probably the same, yeah.
So,
I wonder if there's going to be a different Battle Royale mode. What do you mean, Will? Like, in what?
Like the new GTA?
That'd be quite good, to be fair. If you had like a GTA Battle Royale over the city.
They're not going to make a GTA game without a new online mode because that makes so much money.
Like I have said this, I do think that from my perspective, we do need a new gen battle royale. Like we've had PUBG, Apex, Warzone, all in type of BR games now. We need something to move on. They made Super People on the PC, which is like a modern day PUBG, but it's still just not enough.
You know, I would fully support. I would fully support a fucking battle royale GTA. I think that'd be hilarious. Just get like 100 people into one map. You could have teams of like 4 people, 4 per car, and then you have to fucking fight your way to a certain area of the city and control it. That'd be amazing.
Didn't they do that with Sleeping Dogs though? When it died a slow death.
They do sleep, yeah, exactly.
How do they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just Sleeping Dog, and it
the
didn't
thing with
do
GTA
well.
Online, it has all like the RP sort of role play sort of side to
What
it.
we just said, it needs to be like a Tarkov battle royale.
Yeah,
but it's a lot to ask from the devs.
Yeah, there was that new battle royale coming from Epic though, wasn't it? It's like Fortnite, but wrestling moves basically instead of guns. but
Okay.
it was
Didn't
supposed
see
to
this.
come out like a week ago, and then they delayed it last minute.
What's it called?
Oh, I've no idea what it was called, but hang on a second.
Okay.
Epic Games new.
But yeah, if Super People came to console,
Rumbleverse.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. It's. I
It
think
looked
that
all right, but then, like I
it
say,
looks okay,
they delayed it last minute for some reason. So, who?
What's your perspective, Ian, on this whole BR? Because I know you've been a lover and a hater.
Oh yeah, I loved PUBG.
At the beginning.
Yeah, it had issues though. That's what the only reason why I stopped playing it. It had issues, and yeah, it was glitchy. I didn't like the glitchy in the 30 FPS. I mean, it suffered a lot,
like most games do when they first come out.
Yeah,
like when you
played
played
it suffered, and then I enjoyed it for like the time I played with it. Here's the thing, right? I loved PUBG back when it was new, but then just updating the maps isn't enough for me. I don't want more maps. Give me a PUBG where I can blow up the fucking buildings, where I can like level a building, and I'll be all for it. I think that'd be amazing if you got like a little squad up of 4 people, and like say because you got big like high rises and shit in PUBG as well, don't you? Give me an option where I can find a rocket launcher and level that building to kill the people inside. Be amazing.
Okay, you've got that now.
You can level the buildings.
You can see for the buildings to up to level 4 building.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So they have listened to some
ages.
So
I got into Apex Legends quite a lot. Enjoyed that for a bit, but I get too competitive, and then it just takes the fun out. I can't help it. I'm a naturally competitive person, and if I start doing shit, I'm just like fuck this, and like next time I've moved on to something else.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason why. And to be fair, I don't really enjoy online multiplayer now.
It turns a side of you that you're not.
I play Smite quite religiously. Like I've got like fucking 8,000 hours sunk into it. I play it quite religiously, and the Smite community has made me hate multiplayer gaming because it's so fucking toxic. No, seriously, I'm not even joking. Picture a Modern Warfare 2 lobby, but in words. That's what it's like playing on Smite. And high res don't give a fuck. They'll let it go on because people buy gems, so they don't really care. And you see the same people doing it over and over again. And I got to the point now where I'll go into a game and fucking mute everybody in the game, so I don't even hear like the fucking enemy missing left and shit. I don't hear that shit because I don't want to put up with people because every game you get some dickhead that ruins the game, and it's kind of turned me off multiplayer gaming, even on the console.
High res are fucking shit.
They are awful. Yeah, absolutely awful. And like you can. Every single game without fail, you'll get some dickhead in chat going, report this player. Like, what for? Because for playing my fucking role. Oh, you didn't support me. Like, it's pure toxic. Pure fucking toxic. Yeah.
I played Realm Royale loads by high res. I love Realm Royale. I think it's such a good.
I agree with Ghost, but I do. I loved it. We all played it as a group, and we fucking loved it. The only thing we didn't enjoy was the bot lobbies. It became quite a bot lobby. There was no proper competitive gameplay in it, and that was the only issue.
Is that the fucking Overwatch clone?
No, it's Fortnite, but in like this with all like fantasy characters.
It's a lot of fantasy stuff.
It's based on the Paladins world, but
Paladins is so blatantly fucking Overwatch, isn't it?
Yeah,
even the characters are the same.
How they never got. It was crossplay with PC, and you were getting fucking smacked around with PC players. That was the only issue. You knew when you were coming up against PC.
Yeah,
that's the only issue.
Completely. And to be fair, I'm touching on what Will Mercado just said. Is WoW not the same? Yeah, WoW. That's another reason why I stopped playing WoW, because I found that when they introduced looking for group, suddenly everybody was a fucking expert trying to tell everybody else how to play their class, and like you didn't. The one thing that really drew me to WoW when I first started playing it was the overall sense of community. You know, you had to be in a guild, you had to make those social connections, or you just didn't raid and get the best gear. So there was a reason to join guilds. There was a reason to be fucking nice to people and have a good reputation. Yeah. And then they introduced looking for group with cross-realm support and shit. And it's like, well, suddenly everybody's an expert. Nobody wants to communicate anymore. You got people trying to tell people how to play the fucking classes, and it's just like, this isn't fun anymore. Like you've killed everything that made this game great. So yeah, I'm not a massive multiplayer fan now.
Noticed.
But that's Realm Royale put me off Battle Royale because I committed to it, got all the battle passes, and then they just stopped supporting it, and it just died.
And high res just don't give a shit. That's the one thing that
Yeah.
annoys me about Smite is you see the same people over and over again. Because like people, the numbers are dying on Smite slowly, so you see the same people over and over again, and you just wonder how the fuck have you still got an account with the shit that you've said like in games and stuff. And as long as you buy gems, seriously, you got immunity. They don't take actions against your account. Because if they did, they'd have no fucking players left. So
but yeah, they basically, I'm just reading something I've never seen before. I just looked on the Steam servers, and they basically just did they didn't even put it on the main page. They just sort of, one of the devs put something on like a Twitter post basically saying, yeah, we're putting it out to pastures. It's not making enough money, so it's dead. Move along. We're not going to turn the servers off though, because we know you like the game. But fuck, are we giving you any new content for the game? It's a shame because Realm Royale it's an ace. I've got a giant like bat mount. I'd ride around on a bat mount. I fucking got this fucking ace outfit, and I get killed, and I turn into a fucking chicken dressed as Dracula running around with blood. It's ace.
It's not making them money though. They'll just kill it. Regardless of how many people are playing it, they're not making enough money on it. They'll just kill the fucking game.
Yeah, but that's the problem with battle royales. Unless they do really well, like I'm not asking for. I don't expect loads of new content, but they could at least bring a new character out or something every now and again. Do you know what I mean? Just to
there was
appease
that
us.
one they brought out a while back. I can't think what it's called, but you played as a mage. You could use spells and shit. That was the battle royale. You were basically just a fucking mage.
Yeah, you could jump, you could like shoot around, couldn't you?
Yeah, and I went into a game and I fucking wrecked everybody in there and finished first on my first game. And I thought I was the bee's knees until I found out it was just fucking bots. And I was like, oh, don't want to play this anymore. And I didn't fucking play it again after that.
What
about this for a topic tonight? Or just I don't know. Are we over time?
No, we've got lots of minutes.
Okay, just for a change of a topic. I don't know how you guys are on it, but let's talk about competitive gaming with Cronus Max, Cronus Zen. How do you feel about talking about that?
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, so.
Okay, well then maybe we should leave
out. Talk away, we'll just sit here and nod.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah. So in PUBG, Rogue Company, Apex and Warzone, there's this new thing for console that you often, if you're in them groups on Facebook, Twitter or whatever, on Discord, you often hear a lot about, they're using Cronus Max, Cronus Zen or whatever. They're some sort of emulator that you plug into your controller that you can buy easily off.
I've heard about the modded controllers, don't they?
Yeah, you can easily buy off Amazon, off their main website or whatever. You plug them in, and they give you 0 recoil along with what game you're playing. So, say the game has no aim assist, it will give you like somewhat aim assist. Say you play a game with aim assist, Warzone, it gives you maximum aim assist and 0 recoil. So it's basically cheating. And these are very, very easy to get and accessible. A lot of the majority of sweats or gamers nowadays playing competitive games are playing them. How do people playing a likes of competitive games, Apex, PUBG, Warzone, on the likes of hard recoil guns, feel about these being very available for people playing the game for fun and legitimately what they are, coming against people who are playing sweats, using these devices and spending like 80 quid on them and being wrecked by aim assist and 0 recoil? Like how does gamers feel about trying to play a game as honestly they can to be lasered and wrecked by people who are cheating?
I think that there will always be fucking cheaters in the as long as you got online fucking multiplayer, regardless of what.
Okay, on PC, yes, that'll always be there, but console, fuck.
But you got to think in this day and age,
though, and do it.
Sorry.
Can the devs not spend some money and time and get these blocks?
See, this is the thing. It's undetectable because it's a third-party source. It's a little box or a little USB thing that goes in the back of your controller. Like PC, yes, it's a fucking script on or an app. It's detectable, but on console, it's undetectable. That's the problem. They have tried, can't do nothing.
People ruining it for others is normal, though, isn't
Exactly.
it? So...
And the thing is, like, you got to remember, like, in an age where everyone's trying to become a Twitch streamer and everyone wants to have the fucking shit hot YouTube channels with the best gameplay footage and shit, you're going to get people that are going to use exploits to make their gameplay better because they're just shit at the game. So I don't think it's a scummy practice, especially in competitive multiplayer. I didn't know these things existed. I mean, to be fair, this is another reason why I don't go near multiplayer anymore. I try to, because like I'm blind as shit, but put me in a Call of Duty lobby and I'll usually finish near the top. But that's just because like I've gotten fucking used to like dealing with my blindness and stuff, and it fucks me off. I am.
See what your friend is saying there probably does show your username if you're using it. That's not true. You know, people can be using some sort of Zimp Apex, Cronus Max, and you will never know if they're using mouse and keyboard or some sort of recoil mod. That's a false statement. Being in the PUBG community for 4.5, 5 years, that is a false statement. And
I never even fucking knew they existed until this call.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Like there's so many times.
There's always been people that are trying to get that edge. I mean, I remember back when Gears of War came out, you used to get those stickers
with the mouse and keyboard. Yeah, with Zimp Apex was the first.
But you could get those little fucking stickers that you could stick on your TV. So you.
Oh that's right.
Remember those?
That was the very first one.
There's always going to be people that want some advantage, and there's always going to be people that want to make money selling something to people that want an advantage. So I don't think there's ever something that's ever going to go away. I'm sure later on they'll be able to detect. Yeah. Like, there's no reason why. So you say you plug these things into your console, like these USB things,
or your console to your controller, and it gives you rapid fire, aim assist, aim bot. So
there must be something.
Recoil.
There must be something that Microsoft can do at a hardware level.
The only thing, apparently, from my research, they can do is if you can clip some sort of suspicious. So, say you've got an M16 A4, what shoots burst or single fire, that's shooting fucking full auto, and you clip that and you send that to the devs, and they, okay, that's obvious that they will ban you. You know,
but if there's like a device that you connect directly to the console, then that console has to identify that device. There must be a way that Microsoft can go hang about this device.
USB, I don't know.
Yeah, there must be a way of them identifying what device is connected to that fucking hardware.
Yeah.
So there probably is stuff that can be done about it. They just don't do nothing about it.
They don't do nothing about it. Like, I've heard rumors even of this thing called a blacklist, where they know people are cheating, but because they're such big streamers, they don't ban them.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because they're bringing so much fucking funding to them. You know, they're being accused cheating left, right, and center, but maybe they are, maybe they aren't. So they're blacklisted. They don't take them seriously. Because they're bringing so much funding to the game, you know. Like, look at
that's the problem. That is the problem. As long as you got like a platform where you can make money playing the game, and if you use like a fucking device to make you better at the game, as long as people see you playing the game and doing well, they'll subscribe. That means it's money to you, innit? That's why people do it.
And just people are like, oh, show me your controller so there's no device. Like, that's me showing you my controller there. You know, it's wired to the
Razer Wolverine.
Yeah, that's what it is. But like, they're Bluetooth. Them devices are Bluetooth. Like, what's not telling you is that I have that connected to the device or whatever. Like, there's no proof. I can show you a hand cam of me playing this right now, but like, the device could be behind a fucking PC or whatever. So it's undetectable at the moment.
If it's connecting to, like, on a hardware level, there must be something Microsoft can do to identify that.
But don't want to, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like you plug something into your fucking PC.
Whitelisted, that's what Wally's saying. Not blacklisted, whitelisted. Yeah. That's right.
It's like when you plug something into your fucking PC, the PC detects it immediately and knows exactly what it is. So there must be something they can do on the Xbox to do the same.
Like, I know streamers even playing from in the past where they openly blatant are using that Zimp Apex, where it allows you to play the mouse keyboard along with that Cronus Max, and just showing you how they do it. It's fucking.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of like some of the top Warzone players on.
They're sus as fuck.
And you look at it, and you just think, why the fuck is that gun not recoiling? I mean, I played Call of Duty quite religiously back in the day, and even I deal with recoil. But these guys are like literally pinpoint that fucking gun never moves from where.
Exactly. The best one I've seen, and is a friend of mine, right? I'm not going to name his name. He plays Word.
Name and shame.
No, I won't. I play with him in the past quite regularly, and he plays on PC with this new controller called the Horizon. It's like a hand. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've never seen him.
No, it's like a hand. The way I'm saying it's exactly like a hand, and that is your keyboard. Your hand is your keyboard, and then he has his mouse.
Actually, I have seen them for WoW. I don't know what version of them.
No, it recognizes itself as a controller, even though he's playing on PC. So he's getting that full aim assist on console. It's technically a cheat. So he's using that keyboard, which recognizes a controller, along with his mouse's aim. So he's getting a high aim assist console, using that mouse and keyboard with that hand, along with his mouse. He's fucking lasering people. This guy has the 8.8 KD. I mean,
yeah. There's always
it's a cheat. It's technically a cheat. Or a way.
Any modification that you do to your controller or you do via software is a cheat. You can't say,
No, am I cheating because I'm using a Wolverine with the?
No, I don't think that's a cheat at all. Because you're still wired. You're still having to use the fucking buttons. There's nothing being assisted for you. The paddles give you a bit of an advantage, but you still have to react to those paddles. It's not like you're pulling a trigger and the fucking controller's doing it.
Like the difference between this controller is longer the push down. That's it. And this controller, it's like mouse click.
I do love those fucking trigger locks. They're so good. But I don't think of that as a fucking cheat because of the controller. You don't have to squeeze as much. Is that an advantage? Maybe, but it's not doing the work for you. You're still having to work with the controller.
Yeah.
So I think anything that changes the way a controller behaves in any way as an advantage, I think that's a fucking I know what I'm trying to say. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. No, sorry, I was reading the chat. What Willie was saying. He was like, haha, have you not been seeing flying cars? Because yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I get you. I need a piss.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. That sounds like a good plan because I am desperate for Lou. I've been desperate for like 20 minutes now.
I didn't went halfway through the show like a professional.
Do you remember we did one of the main podcast once, and I just was like, I need to go Lou, and I just left.
You just left.
I came back, and I was just sat here. I didn't even bother putting my camera on my mic. I just thought I'd watch for a little bit, see how they got on.
See, that's the kind of professionalism you can expect from the Xbox Live Party podcast.
I was chucking you out like little baby birds, seeing if you could fly. I'm like, off you go, kids, out the nest.
They're not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
it all falls and burns. That's it. But yeah, big thank you to everyone for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Levo, for joining us. If you've liked it, hit like, hit subscribe, share it with all your friends, family, neighbours, sisters, aunties, uncles. Check out our website, check out our Patreon, and we'll be back next week at 8 p.m. GMT for another episode, and we may have the disgrace of the Jinner joining us then.
I'll tell you what, I think we need to have talks. I think we need to have like a fucking kick-out talk. Shocking behaviour this week from him.
Well, there's 3 of us, so if 2 of us vote to kick him out, we win.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Irish Jinner has now taken the Jinner's place. You get a vote in the.
I'll be a sub. He'll come. He'll return.
Just put a tube on. You'll look the same. It'll be fine.
Exactly. And you know what? I actually have one, so if I am back next week, I'll put it on for you.
Yeah, just to the side.
I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you. Right, guys. Much love.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. See you all next week.
Bye-bye.